Okay, let's start with xylem vessels now. Xylem vessel. So vessel is a tube-like structure made by the union of many cells called vessel members. So vessel is a tube-like structure formed by the joining. It is formed by the joining or union of many thick-walled, short cells called vessel elements, which are called vessel elements. Okay, what is the function of this vessel? Function of this vessel is to conduct water. Okay, let's see the structure of this vessel. So let's say this is the vessel and it is formed by the union of many cells called vessel members. So like this, these are vessel members. Okay, so this is one vessel which is tube-like structure. In this is one vessel element, this is next vessel element, this is next vessel element. So these are the radial walls and these are the tangential walls. So radial walls or longitudinal walls, tangential walls or cross walls, also called as end walls. So the vessel cells or vessel elements, not cells, vessel elements present in a vessel are joined together at their end walls or cross walls. So what is this wall? End wall or cross wall. They are joined. So the point where they are joined, they are fused together. So this is one vessel element, this is another vessel element. So here what is happening? The end walls or cross walls of the vessel elements present in a vessel are joined together. So the point where they are joined together, these end walls or cross walls are undergoing dissolution. So this dissolution of these cross walls or end walls can be partial dissolution or it can be complete dissolution. If these end walls or cross walls are undergoing complete dissolution, it results in the formation of a large pore. If these end walls or cross walls of the vessel elements present in the vessel are dissoluting partially, they undergo partial dissolution, it results in the formation of small pores. Okay, so this is the pore. These are the pores through which water conduction occurs from one vessel element to the another vessel element of a vessel, which is tube-like structure. Okay, so this is about the structure of vessel. So what happens at maturity? So what is happening here? Due to the dissolution of end walls or cross walls, dissolution of end walls or cross walls, this cross walls of vessel elements present in the vessel, it gives tube-like appearance. So this vessel is in the form of tube. Okay, at maturity, these vessel elements present in the vessel, they lose protoplast. They become dead by losing the protoplast. That means all the nucleus, cell organelles, cytoplasm, everything present in these vessel elements of a vessel gets degenerated. So what is happening? They undergo differentiation. So when they are undergoing, actually they undergo senescence. Senescence is nothing but death. So by losing the protoplast, that is by losing the nucleus, by degeneration of nucleus, cytoplasm and all other cell organelles, at maturity this vessel undergoes senescence or death. So when this senescence is taking place during differentiation, that is at maturity, this senescence is taking place. Why this senescence is taking place during differentiation? To perform a special function or specific function, right? So what is that specific function performed by this vessel? Water conduction. So, when a cell or when an element undergoes death or senescence during differentiation to perform a specific function, special function is called as special cell senescence, SCS, special cell senescence, also called as programmed cell death, PCD. So, I just repeat. When a cell undergoes death or senescence during differentiation to perform a specific function, that type of senescence or that type of death is called as special cell senescence or programmed cell death, right? Okay. And these vessels also consist of five types of thickenings in their cell walls. So what are those 5 types of thickenings? We studied the five types of thickenings, cell wall thickenings present in trachea. Same type of 5 types of thickenings are present in the cell walls of even vessels. What are those 5 types? Annular, then spiral type, then and we studied scalariform type, then network, that is reticulate type and pitted type. Among all these 5 types, the most common type of thickenings present in the cell walls of vessels is pitted type. So 5 types of thickenings are present. Among these 5 types of cell wall thickenings, the most common type is pitted type. Pitted type, which is the most advanced type of cell thickenings or cell wall thickenings, right? Okay, so this is all about vessel, and I would like to give you some more points here. Okay, actually wood, xylem results in the formation of wood after secondary growth. So if the wood consists of vessels in it, if the wood is with vessels in it, then that type of wood is called as porous wood. Porous wood. If the wood is without vessels, vessels are absent in the wood, means that is called as non-porous wood. So actually vessels are absent in the xylem of gymnosperms. So in case of gymnosperms, non-porous wood is present. Gymnosperms, non-porous wood is present, right? But in a group of gymnosperms, in advanced group of gymnosperms called netails, vessels are present in its xylem. That means what type of wood is present in this group? Porous wood is present in this netail group of gymnosperms. So under this netails, I am giving 2 genera, that is netum and ephedra. Netum and ephedra. Right? So this is about non-porous wood present in gymnosperms, but in one group of gymnosperms, that is advanced group of gymnosperms called netails, in their xylem they consist of vessels. So what type of wood will be present? Porous wood will be present in this group of gymnosperms, that is netails group. Under this group, 2 genera are present, they are netum and ephedra. Right. Now coming to vessels. If the vessels are present in the xylem, then that type of wood is called as porous wood. So vessels are present in the xylem of angiosperms. So in angiosperms, what type of wood is present? Porous wood is present. Porous wood is present, but in case of few primitive plant families. Few primitive plant families, like 3 families, lack vessels in their xylem. So in those primitive families like Tetracentraceae, Winteraceae and Trochodendraceae. In these 3 types of primitive families of angiosperms, vessels are absent in their xylem, and hence what type of wood will be present? Non-porous wood will be present. Non-porous wood is present, right? I just repeat. So based on the type, wood is of different types, 2 different types on the basis of presence or absence of vessels. If vessels are present in the wood, that type of wood is called as porous wood. If vessels are absent in the wood, that type of wood is called as non-porous wood. So we already studied that in gymnosperms lack vessels in their xylem. So as they lack, what type of wood is present in gymnosperms? non-porous wood. But in one group of gymnosperms, advanced group of gymnosperms called knee-tails, consists of vessels in their xylem, and hence this group of gymnosperms called knee-tails consists of porous wood. Right, next coming to angiosperms. In angiosperms, in their xylem, they consist of vessels, and hence the type of wood present in angiosperms is porous wood. Formed in angiosperms is porous wood. But three primitive families belonging to angiosperms lack vessels in their xylem, and hence what type of wood will be present? Non-porous wood will be present, right? What are those families? Tetracentraceae, Trochodendroceae and Winteraceae. CEAE. Okay, so this is about vessels. So what is the main function of vessels? Function of vessels is to conduct water. Conduct water from one point to another point inside the plant body. And it is also involved in the providing mechanical support along with the conduction of water. But main function is to conduct water. So this is all about vessels. Next I will be starting with xylem parenchyma.